A teen mum accused of murdering her newborn son told police she went straight to sleep after she kissed him on his forehead, and gently placed him in a bin bag. Paris Mayo was 15 when she allegedly inflicted complex skull fractures and stuffed cotton balls down baby Stanley's mouth at her parents' Herefordshire home in 2019. The defendant is now 19 years old and on trial at Worcester Crown Court, where a jury heard her interviews with Hereford police the night of March 23. Her son is thought to have lived a little over 2 hours, according to the Crown, who argue Mayo caused his skull fractures with her foot. But Mayo told jurors yesterday that her baby showed no signs of life and he was born with blood coming out of his mouth. The court heard Mayo state in her police interviews, which were read aloud, that she gave birth by herself in the sitting room and had been unaware she was pregnant. Mayo was questioned on April 3, 2019. Her answers were read to jurors by prosecution barrister Chloe Ashley today. The court heard she told police how she was probably in denial about being pregnant as she was studying childcare and pregnancy at the time. She described experiencing painful cramps for 2 days and then at 9:30 p.m. she gave birth after her parents went to bed. When I was stood, I got sharp pain, I put my head on my arms and heard something make a noise, you could hear something hit the floor, she said. When I saw the baby, he was on the floor. I saw his umbilical cord was around his throat, he wasn't crying, making any noise, he wasn't moving, he wasn't like a normal baby color. The court heard she told officers she placed the newborn on a rug to get water and a towel, but noticed Stanley had blood coming out of his mouth. Mayo said she placed the cotton balls found in Stanley's mouth to absorb the blood. I knew I couldn't help him, knew he wasn't going to come alive, so I just wiped all this blood up and left it, the cotton wool, in there, his mouth, so it would absorb all the blood, she said. My whole finger never went into his mouth. I could have been a bit rough or something, they could have gone down his throat, like that, the court heard from her interview. She added, I was just that exhausted and tired, that's when I got back up, went to the kitchen and that's when I got the bag to put him in. Like a black bag. I don't know why I just wanted it all to be over with. Mayo said, I didn't pick him up and just chuck him in there, because that's horrible. I opened it up and put it on the floor, so he wouldn't fall in or hurt himself. I picked him up and I cuddled him goodbye. He still wasn't doing anything. I kissed him on his forehead, gently placed him in there, and put the placenta in next to him. I tied it, the bag. I picked it up from the bottom where he was, walked by the front door and put the bag there. Jurors heard Mayo told police she went upstairs to bed and went straight to sleep. When she was asked if she was responsible for Stanley's death, she said, no. Mayo, of Ruardian, Gloucestershire, denies wrongdoing, and the trial, expected to last 6 weeks, continues.